A young boy's life changes forever when a strange robot musician from outer space suddenly crashes into his world. This robot has a special power. It can create music like nothing anyone has ever heard before. But very soon, danger starts coming closer. Some powerful people want to capture the robot. Now the boy has no choice. He must protect his new friend, and together, they begin a journey full of music, mystery, and adventure. So, let's begin the story. We meet Ren Cheyenne, a 13-year-old boy who is extremely talented at playing the piano. But there's one big problem in his life: his father. No matter how well Cheyenne plays, his father is never happy. He always says the same thing: practice more. Cheyenne is preparing for a big music competition, and because of that, his father doesn't even let him rest. Not even for a minute. He pushes him so hard that Cheyenne doesn't even get time to relax, not even to go to the bathroom properly. The truth is, his father once dreamed of becoming a music star, but that dream never came true, and now he has put all that pressure on his son. The sad part? Cheyenne never even wanted to become a great pianist. He is only doing all this to make his father happy, because deep inside, Cheyenne has a completely different dream. He wants to become an astronomer. He loves space stars and the unknown universe. One day, his father finds out about this, and he gets extremely angry. He grabs the magazine Cheyenne was secretly reading about space and tears it into pieces right in front of him. At that moment, Cheyenne says nothing, but inside he feels completely broken. Later in class, Cheyenne quietly looks out of the window staring at the sky. He starts imagining what it would feel like to travel among the stars, to leave everything behind and go far away into space. But suddenly his thoughts are interrupted. His teacher, Mr. Dung, notices that Cheyenne is not paying attention, and immediately he scolds him in front of everyone. Later, Cheyenne tries to help his friend Sheha clean up, but things only get worse. Both of them end up getting punished, and Cheyenne quickly learns one thing: going against the teacher is a bad idea. During the break, something interesting happens. Paul Wang, the president of the school's astronomy club, gives a speech in front of all the students. He announces that the club is now open for new members. Hearing this, Cheyenne gets excited. He truly believes that life exists somewhere out there in the vast universe, so he decides to join the astronomy club. But when Paul finds out the real reason behind Cheyenne's interest, he refuses to let him join. Instead, he gives the chance to other students who don't even care about space. Cheyenne feels disappointed, but things are about to get even worse. While walking in the school, Cheyenne and his friend are suddenly surrounded by a bully named Yan and his group. Yan challenges Cheyenne. He tells him to prove that aliens exist or else he will beat him up. Now Cheyenne is stuck. He knows there is no real proof, so he quickly makes a plan to escape. He throws a ball at Professor Sang and makes it look like Yan did it. In that confusion, Cheyenne and his friend run away as fast as they can, but Yan starts chasing them. To escape, they split up and hide. Cheyenne quickly sneaks into Miss Lu's classroom, where his half-brother Momo studies. After class ends, he meets his mother. She warmly invites him for dinner. For a moment, everything feels normal, but suddenly his father shows up and takes him away, cutting the conversation short. The truth is, Cheyenne's parents are separated. His mother left when he was very young and started a new family, and his father still hasn't forgiven her. That night during dinner, Cheyenne and his father get into a big argument. His father wants him to play piano every single night, but Cheyenne is tired of it. He doesn't even want to look at the piano anymore. Angry and frustrated, Cheyenne goes to his room. He even draws funny horns on his father's photo out of anger. But in the end, he still sits down and starts practicing. And then something unbelievable happens. A shooting star suddenly flies through his window. At first, Cheyenne is confused. Then he notices something strange. His stuffed panda is gone, and suddenly it appears right in front of him. The panda starts moving. Cheyenne gets scared and attacks it. Just then, his father enters the room. Cheyenne tries to explain that the toy is alive, but his father doesn't believe him at all. Instead, he gets angry and starts hitting the panda, thinking it's just a toy. Then he orders Cheyenne to go back to practicing piano. But the moment Cheyenne leaves the room, the panda starts moving again. This time, Cheyenne grabs a baseball bat and tries to hit it. But the creature is super fast. It easily escapes. Then something magical happens. The panda runs to the piano and starts playing it. Within seconds, a beautiful melody fills the room, and slowly everything around them starts floating in the air. Cheyenne is shocked, but instead of being scared, he is amazed. He realizes that this creature is not dangerous, so he slowly walks closer. After a short talk, the truth comes out. This panda is not just a toy. It is actually an alien from a planet called Alpha 18. Hearing this, Cheyenne gets super excited. Finally, he has met a real alien. The alien explains that his real body is made of energy. That's why he needs to enter objects like this panda to exist in this world. Cheyenne still can't see his real form, but that's not all. The alien can also play piano perfectly, and even speak any language. And on top of that, he has a special power. He can move objects without touching them. Using this power, he creates a bridge made of books leading out of the window. Shane carefully steps onto it, but suddenly the bridge starts breaking. Both of them begin to fall. At the last second, the alien saves Shane just in time. After that, the alien gets a little angry and warns Shane never to touch his tentacle again. Then he safely brings him back to the room. Shane finally goes to sleep, but during the night, the alien quietly starts analyzing everything. It turns out he has a mission, and he must complete the first phase within 2 months. The next morning, Shane wakes up and starts searching his whole room for the alien. Finally, he finds him and gets shocked. The panda is wearing his favorite watch. Shane quickly tells him that he has to go to school and asks him to stay hidden at home. But Mozart has other plans. He refuses to stay behind and insists on going with Shane. Now Shane has no choice. He secretly takes the panda to school. During class, he hides Mozart under the desk. But there's a problem. Mozart hates small spaces, so he keeps trying to come out again and again. This strange movement catches Shea's attention. He starts to feel that Shane is hiding something. During recess, he finally confronts him. Shane tries to avoid the truth, but Shea doesn't give up. So in the end, Shane shows him the panda. But Mozart suddenly becomes still like a normal toy. Now Shea gets angry. He thinks Cheyenne is making fun of him. He starts shouting because he believes there is no alien inside that toy. But then something unexpected happens. To support Shane, Mozart suddenly stands up and starts talking. Sheha is completely shocked, but also amazed. Now he finally believes everything. Shane then proudly introduces the alien and says that he is an amazing piano player, so he gave him the name Mozart. Just then, the bully Yuen shows up. He pretends to apologize to Shane, but when Mozart sees him bothering them, he decides to teach him a lesson. Using his powers, Mozart spins Yuen around at super speed, and when he finally stops, Yuen is dressed like a girl. Embarrassed, he quickly runs away to change his clothes before anyone sees him. Later that day, there is a football match in school. Shane and Sheha's team is going against Paul's team, and honestly, it looks like they are going to lose badly. But then Mozart secretly helps them. Suddenly, every shot Shea makes becomes a goal. It feels like magic, and in the end, their team actually wins the match. After the game, Shane is walking through the school corridor when he sees Jing in the garden. The moment he sees her, his heart starts beating fast, because he has always liked her but never had the courage to say it. But then he sees Paul giving her flowers, and instantly Cheyenne feels jealous. So he asks Mozart to help him embarrass Paul, and Mozart does exactly that. Suddenly, Paul's wig falls off and he slips and his pants get torn. Everyone starts laughing. Even Jing can't stop laughing. Feeling ashamed, Paul runs away. Meanwhile, Shane and his friends quickly hide so Jing doesn't notice them, but things don't go as planned. Jing starts chasing them around the school, and during this chase, she discovers the truth. She sees that the panda has special powers. Now she is curious and wants to know everything. At the same time, Yuen becomes serious about finding aliens. He joins a strange group that studies life from other planets. This group is led by a mysterious woman who claims she is an intergalactic ruler. She says she has come to Earth to lead it into a new future. That same afternoon, Sheha and Jing ask Mozart for another favor. They want to climb to the top of the school's water tank to see the view from above. Mozart agrees. Using his powers, he creates a staircase made of floating stones. Step by step, they climb all the way up, and from the top, they see the whole city glowing in the sunset. It's a beautiful moment. That evening, Shane's father comes home and hears piano music from his room. He smiles and opens the window to praise him, but he doesn't know the truth. It's not Shane playing, it's Mozart. Meanwhile, Shane is busy watching space videos, still dreaming about the stars. And during the night, Mozart secretly contacts his planet again. He tells them that everything is going according to plan, but now we learn something shocking. Mozart's real mission is not just to stay on Earth. His goal is to help Shane become an astronomer, because somehow Shane's future is connected to the future of their planet. And the biggest problem in Shane's life is clearly his father. The constant pressure to become a pianist is stopping Shane from following his real dream. So Mozart makes a dangerous decision. He decides to remove Shane's father. That weekend, Shane goes with his father to visit his grandfather at a retirement home. After that, the three of them head to their countryside house. And this is where things start getting serious. Mozart begins trying to carry out his plan, Again and again, he sets traps to harm Shane's father. But every single time, somehow the father escapes without even realizing what's happening. Still, Mozart doesn't give up. At one point, he even tries to stab him from behind in the kitchen. But at the last second, Shane walks in and stops it. He grabs the knife just in time and saves his father. Now Shane is angry and confused. He ties Mozart up in the bathroom and starts questioning him. He demands to know why he attacked his father. Mozart says he was only trying to protect Shane, but Shane doesn't accept this. He warns Mozart very clearly, never do something like that again. On Monday, a new problem begins. Yuan has gone missing. His father comes to school worried because Yuan didn't come home all weekend. After asking around, they find out that Yuan has been attending meetings of a strange group called the Galactic Alliance. Hearing this, Yuan's father feels guilty. We then learn something sad. When Yuan was just 4 years old, his mother died in a car accident. But instead of telling him the truth, his father told him that his mother went to live on another planet. And since that day, Yuan has believed it. He has been obsessed with finding her. Even though Yuan is not his friend, Shane feels bad for him, so he decides to help. He asks Sheha and Jing to join him. They know one thing for sure: Yuan believes his mother will come back for him, so convincing him won't be easy. That's when Mozart steps in. Using his powers, he flies up to where Yuan is standing high above. Mozart tells him that his mother is on an important mission, and once it's over, she will come back for him. Hearing this, Yuan finally starts to calm down, but suddenly, he slips and starts falling. In that moment, Mozart quickly saves him and safely brings him down. Everything seems fine now, but there's a problem. 2 members of the Galactic Alliance were secretly recording everything. They now have proof that aliens really exist. They quickly run to show the video to their leader, and the woman gives a clear order to capture the creature. Meanwhile, Yuan's father arrives and feels relieved to see his son safe, but danger is now getting closer to Mozart. The next morning, Shane's music teacher comes to his house. And this time, Shane has to play the piano all by himself, because Mozart can't help him anymore. So Shane has to play all by himself. But there's a problem. He hasn't practiced properly all week. Because of that, his performance is not good. The teacher gets disappointed and leaves in frustration. Now his father gets angry and asks what went wrong. This time, Shane finally speaks up. He tells his father the truth. He says he doesn't want to become a musician no matter how much pressure he puts on him. For a moment, everything goes silent. Then his father makes a deal. He says, "If you reach the finals of the music competition, I will never force you to play piano again." Shane agrees. Now Mozart steps in to help. The next day, he wakes Shane up at 5 in the morning and takes him to the train station. There's something strange happens. Mozart throws a small orange ball into Shane's mouth. At first it feels weird, but suddenly Shane's hearing becomes super sharp. Now he can hear sounds from very far away. Even the smallest noise feels clear. Excited, Shane walks through the city and listens carefully to everything around him. When he comes back home and starts playing the piano again, something changes. Now he can feel the music. Every note sounds beautiful to him, and slowly, his skills start improving a lot. Soon he performs on stage in front of judges, and this time everyone is impressed. They can see that Shane is playing with real emotion. His name starts becoming popular. Even newspapers start calling him a young music genius. His father feels extremely proud, but then he remembers the promise he made. After reaching the finals, Shane tells his father something shocking. He says he doesn't want to play piano anymore and won't take part in the final round. But his father convinces him one last time. He asks him to win the competition first and then leave music forever if he wants. So Shane agrees. On the final day, he walks onto the stage. Everyone is waiting for him to play the same piece, but instead, Shane does something unexpected. He creates his own music, something completely new. The judges are amazed, and because of that, he wins the competition. His father is happier than ever. That evening, Shane's mother also comes to see him. She hugs him and says she is proud of him. Soon his friends arrive too, but then Jing shares some sad news. She says her family is moving to another city in just 2 days. Hearing this, Shane feels heartbroken, but he hides his feelings and quietly walks away. The next morning, his grandfather gives him a telescope as a gift, and his father gives him an astronomy book. At first it feels nice, but then the truth comes out. His father actually wants him to join the best music academy in the country. Shane gets angry. He feels cheated. He says no and accuses his father of breaking his promise. After going to his room, he decides to run away. He asks Mozart for help, but before leaving, he wants to meet his friends one last time. First, he picks up Sheha. Then they go to Jing's house and invite her for a final walk around the city. Just then, Mozart sees a boat on the lake. and he gets an idea. Using his powers, he makes the boat fly in the air. People in the park are shocked as they see a flying boat. The three friends get on it and start their little adventure, but they are not alone. The mysterious woman and her team are watching them and start following them. After some time, the friends land near an old tower. At night, they sit together and look at the stars. It's a peaceful moment. But then Mozart checks his watch and realizes something serious. He only has 17 hours left to complete his mission. So he uses his powers one more time. He creates a beautiful hologram of the entire Milky Way. Now the kids can see the stars up close like never before. Shane is amazed. He feels closer to space than ever. Then they ask Mozart about his planet. So he shows them a small image of Alpha 18. But after using so much power, Mozart gets very tired. Before sleeping, Shane asks him to tell a story. And this time, Mozart tells the truth. He reveals his real mission. In the future, humans will meet aliens from Alpha 18. Together, they will create a new world where both species will live. But this future depends on one person, an astronomer from Earth, and that person is Shane. If Shane doesn't follow his dream, this future will never happen. That's why Mozart came to Earth, to make sure Shane follows his real dream no matter what. After telling all this, Mozart sees that Shane has fallen asleep, so he quietly decides to return his watch. But just then, he hears a beautiful sound, a strange melody. Curious Mozart follows it. But this turns out to be a trap, and suddenly he gets captured. The next morning, Shane and his friends wake up to their parents shouting. With the help of the police, their families have found them. But Shane notices something important. Mozart is gone. He starts searching everywhere, but he can't find him. Slowly, he feels like Mozart has left him. When he returns home, his watch suddenly beeps. And then he realizes something scary. Mozart only has 7 hours left before he leaves Earth forever. Without wasting time, Shane calls Shiha, and they rush out to find him. At the same time, Jing is about to leave the city. But when she hears that Mozart is missing, she immediately gets off and goes to help Shane. Now, all of them are together again. Desperate, they go to Yuan's house. They tell him the truth, that they are friends of the alien who once saved him. And then something amazing happens. Yuan suddenly connects with Mozart. He can hear everything Mozart is hearing. Through this, they learn that Mozart is trapped somewhere, where loud sounds are being used to weaken him. Because of that, he can't use his powers. Using the sound clues, Shane figures out the location. It's the headquarters of that strange group, the Galactic Alliance. Yuan guides everyone there. On the way, they meet Jing, who came with Paul to help. Now the whole team heads together to rescue Mozart. When they reach the place, they break in, and what they see is shocking. Mozart is about to be burned alive. Without wasting a second, they save him. Then a fight begins. The kids use tools made by the astronomy club to fight back. But during the chaos, the woman escapes with Mozart again. Seeing this, Shane runs after her, but suddenly he gets attacked and knocked down. Just then his father arrives, and this time he fights for his son. While his father holds the attacker back, Shane runs to save Mozart. Finally, he reaches him. At that moment, his father says something important. He apologizes. He admits that he was wrong for forcing Shane into music. He says from now on, Shane can choose his own future. Hearing this, Shane feels relieved. And at the same time, he notices something. Mozart's timer has reached 100%. That means his mission is complete. Just then, more people arrive to help. In the chaos, the villain tries one last time, but Mozart uses his power and defeats her. After that, Mozart falls to the ground. Shane rushes to him, but now it's time to say goodbye. Mozart says he has to go back to his planet, but before leaving, he promises they will meet again someday. And then a blue light appears from the sky. It slowly takes Mozart away, and just like that, he disappears. But something strange happens. Everyone forgets about Mozart. Even Shane. He forgets the alien who changed his life. But one thing he doesn't forget is his father's promise. Now he is finally free to follow his dream. He starts working toward becoming an astronomer. Even though he couldn't join the school club, he creates his own path. He keeps moving forward. His heart still misses Jing, but they stay in touch. Meanwhile, the evil woman and her group get arrested. People think they are crazy for believing in aliens, but in the end, something unexpected happens. Real aliens appear in her cell. This time she gets scared, but then they reveal they came to take her help to get revenge on Cheyenne. And hearing this, she smiles, because now her story is not over yet. So what do you think about this story? Let me know in the comments. And if you enjoyed this recap, don't forget to like and subscribe. See you in the next video.